I know who I am. I love who I am. I daily improve and grow. I am self-motivated and always inspired to excel. I have a clear vision. I have hope and faith. I believe in myself and my dreams. I am purpose-driven. My gifts and abilities are activated. I operate with full efficiency. I sweatlessly triumph in all things. I create the future of my dreams. I am daily transformed and translated. I operate supernaturally. I activate my divinity. I am practical and real. I have the ability to attain, consolidate, and aspire to new levels of success, wealth, and well-being. I positively critique and review my position and situation for improvement. I advance and grow daily. I am empowered to be all that I was created to be. Hi, I'm the Catalyst, and my name is Lanre Olushola. I transform lives by transforming minds, and welcome to the Transformation Show. Today, in my own coaching session, I'm going to be working with Toyosi in the area of business. If you work for someone, then you are an entrepreneur. You need to watch this episode. If you own your own business or you're thinking about starting your own business, you need to watch this episode as well, where we look at business on the Transformation Show. Enjoy. I'm going to be working with Toyosi. And my approach, irrespective of the fact that, I've studied various things and I'm an integrative practitioner as well, is I like to go in blank. Mm-hmm. I want to go in, without thinking about what tools I'm going to use. And I let Toyosi's case itself, I'll let it present, itself. And then when she presents it, herself and her situation, her challenges, her needs, her pain points, then I allow my intuition, to guide me. One of the things that I love using is intuition. So intuitive coaching is so key and powerful. So I'm going to be working as an intuitive coach also. So you guys need to stay tuned.
My name is Toyosi Etim Efyong. I am the founder, CEO of That's Good Media. I'd like clarity for my business. I'd like direction in terms of structure, putting systems in place and putting processes in place as well for my business. Great to be here.
Yeah, thank you for, agreeing to work with me as your coach. How did you come to that decision?
Well, I saw a message about the show and I thought it was interesting. First of all, to be coached by you for free. I took the opportunity and I've also heard great reviews. People have basically given major testimonials about how you transform their lives, transform their thinking, all of that. So I thought to give it a shot.
Fantastic.
And yeah, I'm here.
Welcome.
Thank you.
And have you had coaching before?
I have had coaching before,
Awesome.
Yes. It was very transformational. I find that I need coaching or maybe that's changing now, but I find that I need it in bite sizes,
Okay.
Because I feel like I need time to get stuff done and not just continue with coaching and actually not executing. So, but coaching has worked for me.
Tell me a bit about yourself. What do you do? Your background. Where are you going? What do you want? Who are you? Just tell me a bit about yourself. I'd really love to get to know you.
Okay, my name is Toyosi Etim Efyong. I started off in banking, but quickly realized that I wasn't happy there. And I decided to shift careers into the media space. No, I don't. It's fine.
Let's go ahead.
So I shifted careers into the media space. This was after asking people who were close to me what they thought I did best. And a lot of people said, oh, you speak well and you're a great communicator, all of that. And I'd always had the love for the arts. And so I left banking for media. I went back to school, got a degree in broadcast journalism, another degree in TV producing. And then I started working as a producer and TV personality. So I had a talk show, and then I was known as Toyosi Phillips.
It's, it sounds to me like you're very success driven, business driven, career driven. Is that right?
That's accurate, 100%.
Wow. So maybe that's why you're here to
Yes.
talk about career.
Yeah, you need to show me the path to blowing.
As in, fair blow.
Show me the path to my billions.
Okay.
In dollars and pounds.
So what would you like us to really, really zoom into today, this session?
I would like us to talk about my media company and just more clarity. I have this big idea of owning a conglomerate like an Oprah. I have this big idea of having tentacles in every field of media. So I want to own print, and I want to own digital, and I want to own TV stations and cable TV and radio, and do PR work, advertising, billboards, everything. I want a big piece of the media pie, and I'd like you to guide me.
Great stuff. You have a big dream. You want the entire, media space.
Yes.
But your role model is Oprah.
Yes.
Any other role model?
I like what Auntie Mo has accomplished. Yes, I like what she has accomplished in Africa. There's someone called Richelieu Dennis. Rich.
How do you spell Rich?
R-I-C-H, Rich. Which is a great name. I like the name.
Right? Yeah,
exactly. Yes. He owns Essence Communications, and Essence has the Essence Festival, Essence Magazine. They have different expressions as well. So
great.
Yeah.
So we've got.
And he's Liberian.
He's Liberian.
He's Liberian. He's from Liberia. Yes.
Liberian. Yeah. Mo.
Yeah.
He's Nigerian. Oprah.
Yes. One more person.
American. One more person.
Yes. Ariana Huffington. So she co-owns Huffington Post.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you want to be a combination of all of these guys?
Maybe not a combination, but certain parts of each person.
Yeah. So what is it about Rich that you like?
Just his ability to. So he didn't start Essence, but he acquired Essence.
Acquisition.
So he just. With Essence, I don't think he started from scratch. He acquired an already existing platform that had a solid name, good social equity, and was doing great stuff. So I like that about him. And then he's carrying on a legacy. With Oprah started from the bottom, and she's where she is today. She's done well. She has fantastic relationships. She's studied. She is studied. Yes, like people want to know how she accomplished what she did. Same with Auntie Mo as well. She's been studied as well. She's done great stuff for African content and African media. She's carried our flag and waved that flag well on a global stage. And she also started from, with TV, she started from Moments with Mo, to the best of my knowledge, which was a talk show. And she has built that into something else now. So, and Ariana, I like Ariana Huffington because she's very grounded and she sort of pivoted. She was doing the whole media thing and she had a major breakdown. I think she collapsed or something. And she went into the wellness and just wholesome living space, which is also something I advocate for. So, yeah.
So, as is usually my custom, when I'm working, I usually give my clients a coaching pack.
Okay.
Right? So, your coaching pack is right there, and if you just open it and then we'll work through it.
It's very heavy.
Well, it's loaded. So, I took the liberty to create what we call a blank wheel for you.
Okay.
So this blank wheel is the first sheet that you'd see.
Yeah.
And we've done some of the work already. You identifying these 4 people. So
Right.
what I want is, what are the 8 critical success factors? What are the 8 things that will bring you to your dream, this conglomerate that you want to build? What are the 8 most critical things? So if you know, put the first one on top of one,
Okay.
the second. So think about it. What are the 8 most critical things that, if you were able to achieve those 8 things, if we're able to focus on those 8 things now, and you committed to them and you remain consistent in those 8 things, it will be a combination of all these. So if you could just reach from deep within you, having studied TV production, having been in this space for a bit, having studied, the successful people in the industry, what are the 8 most important things?
To me.
Yes, that will help you build this business.
Okay.
And by when do you want to achieve this?
That's 6.
Good. Just 2 more. So, you currently run business now.
Yes.
What is it that you're currently doing that's working, that you feel you have to continue doing? What's working for you? There's some things that you had said. What is it about Mo? What is it about Oprah? What is it about Rich? What is it about each of them? Some of the qualities you said they had.
They're tenacious, but I didn't say that earlier.
I can read it back to you.
Okay.
So you said that Rich acquired the business. He had a solid name and powerful brand.
Yes.
You talked about good social equity. Talked about focus on building a legacy. Talked about Oprah starting from scratch, building from scratch, and building to become a solid case study.
Yes.
Fantastic relationships. Focusing on being a core African content provider, African representative that goes global. That's more.
Yes.
Also keeping a case study. Ariana was grounded, but she was able to pivot to doing something else. So if you want to find 2 more things there.
I'm going to add that they were driven.
They were driven.
So maybe add drive and tenacity to this.
Drive and tenacity.
Yes.
Okay. And then one last one.
One last one. Then
we can come back to that.
Okay. Okay.
So when you talked about family balance, when you look at someone that you say has good family balance, what are the things that you use to judge that?
How present the person is, or the person's children.
What is it about their children?
Know the person, like they are not a distant mom or a distant dad.
What word would you use to describe that?
Present.
Present, okay. What other elements speak to present?
There's structure.
Okay, so there's structure.
Yes, there's structure. So there's time for the kids to go to bed, playtime,
structure,
homework time.
Fantastic. What else will help you build a family balance? Good family balance. What else do you need?
I think I don't know if this is under structure as well, but support system.
Fantastic. Great support.
Yes.
Great stuff. Well done. Well done. It's really good. When you say access to funds, How would you rate your ability to access funds?
Right now, maybe 20%.
20%.
Yes.
Wow. That's fast, man. So, what would be the three things that you believe that you don't have that you need to put in place for you to be, the darling of, people that are funding businesses and,
I think the major thing would be a solid track record.
So solid track
Yes.
record. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
The challenge with that is
How
you
many
need.
years do you think, will help you build this track record? Do you need?
So I don't know if it's years or
Yeah, right.
projects.
Projects. So
Yes. So imagine somebody coming in year one and just doing something amazing.
okay.
No,
So
nobody will be
projects.
checking like how
Yeah, how many
long.
years?
Yes.
So what kind of projects? How would you identify or break down those kind of projects?
I think projects that have a wide reach and
Wide reach.
impact. Yes.
So impact will be one, reach will be
Yeah.
another. What else?
Impact, reach, impact, reach.
So if you thought about a project that could, give you that limelight and give you that credibility with, financial services industry.
Yeah.
So impact,
Yes,
reach, what else? What else do you think?
I'd say the number of partners, people that come on board, yes. Yeah. Partners or sponsors.
Partnerships, yeah.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Partnerships.
What else do money people look out for to give you money?
Credibility.
Credibility, yeah. What else? For me to borrow your money.
Collateral.
Collateral.
Yeah. Few ask for collateral, yeah.
And then what else do they look at? Beyond collateral, credibility, and these things?
Maybe my lifestyle. Maybe. If I'm traveling all over the world and posting pictures in fancy restaurants all the time.
Lifestyle.
They say I want to use their money for that.
Yeah. Anything else? At the end of the day, what are they looking for?
The ability to pay back.
So what must a business be able to do?
Must be profitable.
Profitability.
Yeah.
Good. So if you write these down, this helps us break down, access to funds. Access to funds requires impact and reach, your partnerships and collaborations, your credibility and lifestyle.
Yes.
Your collateral and profitability. And, you say that you'd score yourself at 20%.
So now, no.
You want to change that?
I want to change that.
Fantastic. I love that.
I want to change that 20%.
What do you want to increase it to or reduce it to?
I want to increase it.
You were too harsh on yourself, right?
I was.
You didn't really know that.
I didn't rate myself well.
So when you were rating yourself 20%, did you just look at it from the perspective of, I just registered this business, I just started this business? You didn't take into consideration the years, past experiences and networks and different things that you have built.
Yes, I think.
So you want to bring that
higher, much higher. So when he asked me initially how I would rate myself in terms of access to funds, I said 20%. But then he clarified certain things, what I need to, he made me actually get the answers to knowing what I really need to get access to funds. And I realized that I already had some of those things. And so I changed my answer from 20% to 75%.
Great stuff. Right. And if you prove to them that you've made impact in the past, you have the reach, you have the right collaborations and partnerships, you are credible, your lifestyle is disciplined and prudent, and you've got collateral, your projects are profitable, and you hire the right consultant to help you feel like you can get access to funds.
Yes.
Awesome stuff.
Yes.
Yeah, good. So with the right networks and relationships,
Yeah.
what would you rate yourself?
I'll say a 90.
90.
Yes.
And what will be the three elements, the three most important or critical success factors in building the right networks and relationships?
So to build, for me, you have to bring value.
Okay, so added value.
Added value, yes. I'll say credibility again.
Credibility.
Yes.
It's coming up twice now.
Yes. Added value, credibility, and
How do you meet people? How do you? I mean, you can have value. You can be credible.
Networking, going to the right places.
Networking.
Yes.
How do you determine the right places?
By the people who are there.
Well, I mean, they say that you're only 5 people away from anywhere.
Yes.
From anywhere you want to be, any access you need. But I'd like you to do is to think about the 5 people that their referrals can help you jump the queue.
Okay.
People that you know and that can say yes. Toyosi, let's go.
Remove.
Yeah, give me like 3.
I should give you names.
Just
actual names. Okay, exactly. Let me write it. Okay.
Just write them down. So we've sorted out family balance. We've sorted out access to funds. We've sorted out the right networks and relationships. Now it's structure. When we talk about structure, really, what are you talking about in business?
I'm talking about a system that, even with me not being there, things get done.
So we're talking about processes,
optimally, yes.
systems, yeah?
Yes.
Yeah? Who would execute on the processes and systems?
Yes, the people as well.
So
Does that come under structure?
You need to hire the right people.
I need to hire, yes, the right people.
Okay, and then you need to be able to build a culture based off some qualities that you believe are very critical. One of which is, your ability to be able to diagnose what the client really needs and what their pain points, and provide the solution. What else is unique about you that you'd like to transfer to your people as a culture? You want to transfer you to your people.
Yes.
And you say the CEO leads and guides, gives strategic direction. So that needs to be done over a period of time.
Okay.
Especially if you say that you're hiring the right people.
Yes.
So what kind of qualities are you looking out for? What kind of competencies are you looking out for? What kind of people with what experience are you looking out for? What kind of people with what kind of backgrounds are you looking out for when you hire? Those are some of the questions that you want to ask. And to be able to find these people, to be able to access these kinds of people, what do you need to do? Do you have the time, the skill to do it? What do you need to?
Hire a consultant.
All right. Any consultant?
No, an HR.
HR consultant. So if you talk about growth strategy, what would you like to see in the next, by when do you want to build this conglomerate?
Next 7 years.
7 years. So this is 2022.
Yeah.
So would say by the end of
the decade.
So let's say December 31st, 2029.
9.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Right. You want to build what? Describe it with critical specific measurable indices.
Okay. So I would say,
You can first use turnover. You can use, you'd given me some words. You talked about impact, you talked about reach, you talked about partnerships, you talked about profitability, you talked about collateral, you talked about value. Yeah. So,
okay.
yes.
So I would say, turnover.
Turnover?
Yes.
Turnover of how much? You don't need to tell me. You can write it
Okay.
down.
I don't even know right now, to be honest.
So let's look at how much you're currently turning over.
Right.
Right? Write that down. So let's
Okay.
put an X figure to that.
Okay.
So let's call that X dollars or X naira.
Okay.
Great. Each year, by what percentage would you like to grow?
Maybe like a 30%.
30%. How do you feel about that? So let's say that hypothetical. Let's say this year you did 100 million naira, right? Next year you want to be able to do 130 million naira. How does that feel for you? Does it feel like you're stretching yourself, or you're too comfortable, or
I think that's comfortable, actually.
So what makes you feel like it's a bit of a stretch, but not a panic mindset or zone or feeling?
Now that you said you said that using that figure, I'm thinking I can double that.
So if it
I'm doing
was 100 million, you could double it in the next
year.
year.
200.
Right, to 200, and then the year after that.
The year after, maybe like 80%.
So would say that year one will be 100%.
Yes.
Year two will be 80%.
Yeah.
Yeah. Year three would be
2 would be 80%. And I think we can stick to like 75% after that.
75% consistently
From year 3,
after that.
yes.
But you notice that what we're doing is we're taking a hypothetical figure, 100.
Yes.
Year two becomes 200.
Yes.
So year three becomes 80%
Plus
on top of 200.
Yes.
And year three becomes 75% on top
yes.
of what that is. You're comfortable with that.
Yes.
Awesome stuff. Right. So whatever figures it is, I need you to plug it in.
Yeah.
So that you can know specifically what the figures are each year till 2029.
Okay.
Are you able to do that now?
Right now,
if not,
without a calculator, no.
Yeah,
maybe
right.
not.
Great
but
stuff.
I would come back to it.
Yeah, so you can take that away to do that as homework.
Okay.
So we know what your growth indices are.
Yes.
Every other thing will help you achieve that.
Right.
So you talked about Moabudu, you talked about, Ariana, you talked about Oprah and Rich. They built a powerful brand.
Yeah.
Do you think that that's important for a business as well?
Do I think
that's important for a business, especially a PR and media business? A good brand.
Yeah.
Right. So do you want to add that as an eighth?
Okay, I get it now. Yes. So a strong brand.
Strong brand.
Yeah. Okay.
Great stuff. So would you like to add that as another critical success factor in your growth?
Yes.
Yes.
Definitely.
So you talked about drive and tenacity.
Yes.
What is it about that?
Like not giving up. Not giving up. I think it's important.
So it's all about, resilience, belief.
Yes.
Resilience.
Yeah.
Belief. So what is it that can stop you, or can try to stop you, that you need to not give up on?
In this box, the only thing would be my mind.
Your mind.
Yeah.
Okay. Is there anything that you've tried to do in the past you've given up on, you've not given it your all?
Yes, I mean, I've tried setting up this company.
You've
I've tried
So
before.
what was it that stopped you?
I think I got lazy.
Lazy?
Yeah.
Lazy physically or
Mentally, like I just checked out.
okay?
Yeah.
And what happened then?
And I just relaxed.
Right. So, what made you get lazy mentally?
So I think at that point I had to actively look for clients. Again, I didn't really need, I don't say I didn't really need the money, but I still lived a comfortable life without the funds that were coming in from business. And so it was like, okay, if my lifestyle is not going to change, if nothing is going to change like that, then it's not that serious. You know, and I took a break from it.
So what has changed now?
I'm more driven, definitely more driven. I have these people that I look up to now, that I want to attain what they have attained. You know, I see the possibilities now. It's almost like I didn't see the possibilities then. I was just doing it for doing its sake, but now I see the possibilities, and it's like, why not? If it's attainable, then why not? And also because of the impact that I know it will make on the lives of many people.
What people?
I'm more conscious of other people's destinies attached to mine. I'm more conscious of like now I'm able to help people, you know, odd money here and there, and I'm getting it from the business. You know, the business is giving me the ability to change lives. So there's more to live for now. There's more to keep me there now.
Let's go back to structure and this is your growth strategy.
Yes.
Right? And by 2029, how many staff do you hope to have?
I actually wrote number of staff here.
Yeah.
And then I put staff/software because the way the world is going. Well, by 2029, it would be nice to have a fish.
Yeah.
I'm actually scared to say the number, and I don't know why.
No, just say. Because it's part of
a 5,000 strong workforce. Yes.
5K in
2029.
7 years.
Or 2030. Maybe you should make it 2030.
Right, I like that. So we'll move your goal to 2030.
Yes.
Yeah. So 31st December
2030, at the end of the decade.
And you feel more comfortable with 2030 raising a workforce, a driven, motivated workforce that mirror you in terms of their ability to see, prefer, and identify, you know, problems and solutions to your clients and make positive impact across Africa and across the world.
Yes.
Through media. Through you.
Through media.
Through media.
Yes.
All right. You like the sound of that.
Absolutely.
Some stuff.
Absolutely.
Great. I love that as well. Media is said to be one of the 7 mountains that, you know, influence the world.
Yes.
How would you like to be remembered? You know, if you were gracefully stepping out and leaving this world, what words would you like etched in marble?
That I reconfigured minds through content. I changed the perception of Africa through the kind of content that was now coming out of Africa. And I brought people out of poverty because they were able to get a job, a well-paying job.
Good one. So that's your legacy.
Yes.
Who do you want to hand over to?
My daughter.
Daughter. Is she interested?
She's 3 years old. We'll see in a few years.
You will see.
Or we will. Oh, are we supposed to mold her?
No.
Are we supposed to start influencing that? Well, we'll see. She's
Well, you
showing
would
great
love to have.
prospects.
What if she says she's not interested?
She.
That's why I said your daughter.
Yeah, my daughter.
What if she says she's not interested?
My son.
Your son. It has to be your blood.
It would be nice to have it be my blood.
Just in case.
Yeah.
Just in case.
Just in case it's not
I'm
my
not
blood.
interested.
We'll make it a public company. People will buy shares, and majority of the shares will be held by
The family.
the family. Yeah.
Right. Or even do both.
Yeah.
PLC
Yeah.
is your legacy, handover. So do you feel like we've dealt with that handover? Or do you still want us to talk about that? So because you said that one of the most critical elements is
Yes.
handing over
Yes.
to next generation. I mean, let's hope your daughter and your son decide that this is what they want to do as well.
Yes.
In coaching parlance, right? You know, we say that you can't control what anybody does, and you need to plan for that. That's your reality. So we're just doing a reality check. What's a win-win? You know, what's a win-win? And you said that going public is a win-win.
Yeah.
And if peradventure they decide they're interested in taking over, they're taking over, you know, a PLC.
Take over, yes.
And
Yes,
if
they're
not,
part of that.
then if not, then what would you do?
If not, you know what, I'll give it to somebody around that I would most likely have identified as the
Successful.
successor. Succession plan.
Yeah,
succession plan. Yeah, so I'll hand it over to the person I have identified or that has been identified as.
Great stuff.
Yeah.
We'll leave it till then.
Exactly.
But the plan is to try and position it as a PLC
Right.
that you can hand over to your successor, whoever the person is, your son, your daughter, both of them, or somebody else.
Yeah.
Right stuff. So the last one is a strong brand.
Yes.
So how do you build a strong brand? Or let me put it this way. How do you know that someone has a strong brand or an organization has a strong brand? What are the 5 most critical elements?
I'll say how identifiable that brand is.
So it's distinguished
Yes.
or outstanding.
Yes. And then how much people want to be affiliated with the brand.
What do we call that?
Affiliation equity. Affiliation equity.
Affiliation equity.
For now.
Okay.
Okay.
Brand and let's call it brand and product design.
Okay.
I mean, you know how people queue up for Apple products when they are
Yes. So Apple came to mind.
So it's just that yearning, that drive, that desire to own it.
Right.
Or to subscribe to your service.
Okay. Yes.
If you work on this, feel like this will take you to your El Dorado.
Yes.
Great stuff.
Yes.
Great stuff. So I'm just going to paint a picture for you and tell me how this feels.
Okay.
Say okay?
Okay.
So just close your eyes. And I want you to imagine that this is the 31st of December, end of the decade, 2030. And you have built a very powerful, phenomenal, incredible media company, That Good Media. And That Good Media has billboards everywhere across Africa, does PR across Africa, radio, TV, print, digital. You own your TV stations. You run everything, and you sit on top of that mountain. People liken you to Rich. People liken you to Oprah. People liken you to Mo. People liken you to Ariana. You have a very, very balanced family. You're present, put the right structures and processes in place. You have the right support. You got access to funds when you needed it because you created impactful projects that had the right reach with the right partners and collaborators. You built a credible brand. You acquired the right collateral. You lived a good, disciplined, prudent lifestyle. You built a profitable business that grew year 1 by 100%, year 2 by 80%, year 3 by 75%, year 4 75%, year 5 75%, year 6 75%, year 7 75%, year 8 75%. You built the right relationships, networks. You're a member of the Capital Club, Goya Club, Polo Club, Boat Club, Ikoyi Club, and you're hobnobbing with the right credible network, the right people. They love you, they respect you, they honor you, and they're willing, to go out of their way to open doors for you, likewise you them. You've built the right processes and systems and structures. You've got the right HR consultant to help you hire, put the right people in place every morning. You give a pep talk, assessing performance, productivity, and really pouring yourself into your team, 5,000 strong across the world. They think like you. They hold your values, and you've transferred the qualities of the kind of person that you are. Relatable, lovely, someone that has the knack and the ability to diagnose and understand what the client needs and providing excellent service quality, building customer loyalty. You also transfer to them the tenacity, the drive, the resilience, personal belief, the mindset, and the agility to be driven, to believe that all things are possible, and to go out there and make impact beyond themselves. You've built a very strong and powerful brand that is outstanding. You've distinguished yourself from your peers, your competitors. You have a very high affiliation equity. You've built a very strong brand that you're proud of and the world is proud of. You've made great impact. People desire your content, your products, your services, just like they do with Apple products. Your legacy is you are remembered, you are recognized for reconfiguring people's minds through your content. Your content has changed the perception about Africa globally. Your company has alleviated poverty, impacted the lives of 5,000 people that work with you, their families, their friends, and people that they know. You've been able to shape policies in governments across the world, especially media and entertainment. And on your 70th birthday, you're being given an award for this accomplishment. A want you to see it happening. I want you to feel it. I want you to hear all the accolades and everything that people are saying about you. I want you to experience it in its entirety. How does that feel?
It's a lot.
What can stop this? What can stop it?
I think me, I'm the only one that can stop it.
And how are you going to stop yourself from stopping yourself? And how did you feel when you achieved all this? Describe the feeling.
Very content.
Content, very content.
Very
yes.
content.
Stay in that moment for me. Very content, yes.
At peace.
At peace, yes.
Yeah.
Stay in that moment for me. At peace.
There's just a joy, you know, looking around and seeing all the people that have been blessed.
Joy. Where are you feeling this
joy?
Feeling of contentment, peace,
like,
and joy?
Right here.
Let me rub it. Let me rub it well. That's right. Just stay there with me.
Right.
Just stay there with me. Now, I want to increase the feeling of that contentment. Now, imagine that I had a remote control and I was increasing the feeling of that contentment in your core, increasing the feeling of that peace in your core. I'm increasing the feeling of that joy in your core. I move it from 100 to 200, from 200 to 300, 300 to 400, 400 to 500. That's right. Let's keep it going up. 600, 700, 800, 900. And we'll stop at 1,000. Let that feeling radiate through every cell in your body. Let that feeling of contentment, peace, and joy radiate to your mind, your brain, so that your brain begins to agree and collaborate with this. Let it radiate to your heart, so that your heart also agrees and aligns with this. Let it radiate to your limbs, your arms, your legs, so that it can work you through it, even in the days that you don't feel like it, so that this feeling becomes your anchor, your drive, your motivator. So you chase this feeling and you keep chasing it till the day that you achieve everything that you set out to achieve. I want you to see that happen. I want you to believe that it is possible. And I want you to know that having visualized it, having conceived it, having felt it, it has already happened. And all we need to do is to come back into this room, open your eyes, and then start the journey. So, welcome back. I know you didn't want to come back. Yeah.
I've already gone.
I know, right?
That was...
Yeah. So thank you very much for the opportunity to work with you.
Thank you.
Thank you for coming on to the Transformation Show. I hope you've been transformed.
I have been transformed. I'm somewhere else in my mind now.
Wow. Where are you?
Actually, somewhere else. You know, what I actually saw...
Tell me.
I feel like I got to a point where Jesus got to when he said it is finished.
Wow. Chop knuckle right there.
He had finished it.
The power and diversity of coaching. You know, I use the blank wheel.
Okay.
And I, first of all asked, in fact, I didn't even ask. It came out naturally that she had different role models in business.
Wow.
And she mentioned them. And I latched onto that to ask, what specifically about each of these 4 role models do you really like? Because we mirror ourselves in others. What we desire from other people is what attracts us to them.
True.
And then she mentioned their names, and interestingly, all the 4 role models were in the same business that she had just set up, which was media. Right? And there were some Africans and some, international people in there. And I thought that was really interesting. And then I thought, let me whip out the blank wheel. And now asked her, what are the 8 critical success factors in business? What 8 things do you need to put in place for you to know that you're going to be able to build this legacy, this business you want to build by the 31st of December, 2030? And she mentioned all of those, and we took some of the qualities, some of the success factors from some of her role models, and then we expanded upon that. I haven't identified the 8 critical components. I now asked her to rate herself on each of those 8 points on the scale of 0 to 100. I took her through a visualization exercise. In fact, when we were going through the process, right, and breaking it down, and I asked how many staff do you want to preside over based on the structure she wants to build. She said it's too big for me to say. I said, come on, say it. Why is it big? Why do you feel like that number is too huge? She said the timing that I wanted to, achieve it by is not realistic. So she initially wanted to achieve it in 7 years. When she stretched it to 8 years, 5,000 staff, it felt more realistic. And so we took it that way, and then took her through a very powerful visualization exercise, and we ended it with the visualization exercise, and then I anchored it. Very powerful session. I mean, I had a good time.
Yeah,
You know how these things are. Coaching is not just for the benefit of the client.
Yes.
When you coach and you see a life transformed, the business transformed right before your eyes.
The fulfillment.
There's a fulfillment.
Exactly.
So if people are seeking for fulfillment and satisfaction, and they love to see people succeed, they love to be people's cheerleaders. They love to support people to become all that they are supposed to be, then that's an indication that coaching is your calling. And if that is your calling, it's important that you reach out to me so that we can help you realize, and fulfill this calling as a coach.
I've always been an advocate of coaching. However, the experience I just had, I feel like I need to sleep. No, I need to drink water first and then sleep and just let it settle in my spirit, because it was an amazing experience. I'm thinking much differently from 2 hours ago when I walked in here. And this is from somebody who clearly has the experience and has spoken to people and knows how to get people to think. And there was something he said earlier, I think this was before the interview started. He said, a lot of times people think they have just the problems, but they don't realize they also have the solutions to the problems. So what he did by asking me questions, and certain questions that made me think, was asking me questions to find the solutions within myself. So he didn't necessarily give me the answers, he gave me the tools to find the answer within myself, which is mind-blowing. Right now, I feel great. I feel like I can take over the world, even much more than I felt 2 hours before now.
If you need a coach or therapist, or would like to train to become a certified coach or therapist, please call +234 8098 883 555 or +234 8077 077 000. Alternatively, send an email to hello@thecatalystng.com.